Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Eric and today we're going to go back to the Wii U because I got to check out Mario Maker again. It turns out there's a few things that kind of tickled my unfunny bone when I went back to play this. So we're going to go over them, we're going to talk about them, and we're going to go through my experience going back to this game. So I went and booted my Wii U up, which surprisingly I keep plugged in, so it didn't take that long, there was no issue. Just, well, choose your words carefully there, Eric, because I said it didn't take that long. Everything took that long. Probably just the Wii U. I'm just not used to going back to the system. Like, you boot it up, and I remember at one point they added the quick menu, so it's like, okay, you can get into things really quickly from booting it up. It's like it's a lie. You click on it and it loads, but it's still just loading to even get to the game in the first place, so that takes a while. And then you finally get into the game and that loads, and then you finally actually get into the game and you start flicking through the menus and you realize that every menu just loads. Everything just loads so much. Like, I appreciate the guy doing the push-ups. But like, you know, the 600th time I've seen this guy do push-ups, even though I only played the game for a few hours, was enough. Now please enjoy me doing push-ups while I wait for the next segment. Oh, this is harder than I thought. Then I finally decide, okay, what is the first thing you do after flicking through the menus and just reassociating your brain with this game? What's the first thing you do when you boot back up this game? How do you get acquainted with Mario again? Of course, you do the 100-man Mario. So me and Nat, we both played this together. We were sat down. Actually, that's a good point. I'm just tricking my brain about telling you something, but I'm going to tell you later. What am I doing? We sit down, we're in the 100-man Mario, and we do the normal mode because I know what expert can be like, and I know what super expert can be like. And I know that easy is just basically auto levels and nothing but auto levels and music levels. So I'm like, let's just do the option that actually gives us maybe a balance. I don't know, it's been a while. And so what's the first level I get? Spring jump. A spring mid-air jump. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's most of you who don't do a lot of Mario Maker, there are technical maneuvers that aren't just a common knowledge to people. That in like Super Mario World, you can basically pick up a spring and then throw it in the air and then jump off it in the air. You have to do it for this one, which luckily that I used to watch a lot of streamers, so I knew kind of how to do this. I kind of did it on my like third attempt and then missed because I wasn't really paying attention, and then spent the next 5 minutes trying to do it and finally got through the level, so that was good. Then what do? You wait. As bad as it is having to wait and wait and wait, there's one thing that's worse, and that's the fact that at the end of the level when you there's one thing that's missing. Total immersion loss. That's the one thing they need to fix in the next one. One thing. One thing. Then of course, after finishing the level, you get to decide whether you want to star it or not. And of course, being myself, you know, I'm a nice guy. I starred the level and then I waited. Oh my god, it takes forever just starring a level. I regret my decision immediately. Like, I didn't star a level from then on. But honestly, not because I'm not a nice guy, because I'm a nice guy. I have issues. But because I don't have 10 seconds of my life to wait for every single star to go through. Honestly, just add that to the list, which we're going to go through at the end, of waiting problems that continue to add up. Just kind of realised, for those of you new here, I love Mario Maker. I love Mario Maker. I love Mario Maker. This is just here, just so I could go through some of the things that aren't so great that they can improve on. But I do want to reiterate that I love Mario Maker. Okay, so I get into the next level, and the first thing I see, the very first thing, is a pipe. This game is the reason I have trust issues. No way in shape or form could I trust that pipe. I did, it was fine, and I got through the extremely vague and boring level and finally got into some more. Of course, by this stage, it was Nat's turn, so I handed over the controller, and Nat got her first level, and she got a auto level, so that was fun. She just got to sit through her level, and then had to pass it to me, because I mean, rules are rules. She had her turn, it was my turn now. No, I'm a gentleman. I gave the controller back to her, and then she got a Bowser stack level, so that was fun. She had to skip that level and pass the controller back to me. That was her second, you know, she got 2 in a row. It's only fair. So we got through our first 12 levels, which were basically made by trolls. Or people that were so bad at the game and making levels that they basically felt like troll levels. And then we got to level 13. Level 13. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you level 13. So this broke the game. Literally broke the game for me at that. We couldn't do anything. We just sat there bouncing up and down. All you could do, you could press the start button and you're thinking, yeah, well, then either skip the level or save and exit and start again. But you can't do that. Because for some reason, I think it may be while you're in the air, which we're constantly bouncing up and down, you can't save and exit and you can't skip a level. Meaning that our options were to restart the level, which isn't really a great option, or literally sit there and wait for whatever's going around the level that is eventually the spring, I'm guessing, that's going to come bounce us out of that location and onto the end to come. Meaning that, like, who knows, this could have been 20, 30, 40 minutes we could have been waiting for the thing to make it around. And our choices were wait however long it was going to take for the thing to get around, or literally quit the entire game and go back to the Wii U home menu. Not a great experience. Not what I wanted to jump back into to reinvigorate my love for Mario Maker. At this point it was late at night and me and Nat did what any sane couple would do at this time of night. And no, we went and played Donkey Kong Country. The next day my rage had settled down to just a soft simmer and I decided to put back up into the Maker mode because, you know what, I didn't try that last night. I figured, you know, I want to get the whole experience and remember what everything is like. And the Maker mode is, to put it simply, strangely relaxing for me to get into for some reason. I don't know what it is, but jumping into this Maker mode and just seeping my way back through making levels, there's something about that I can just lose hours in. I did start off by actually using my finger, which is not a great experience. I don't know if it's because of I think it's a resistive touchscreen, or whether it's just because a stylus is so much better, but a stylus is so much better to use. And honestly, I started with the finger, I was like, took me out of the experience. I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel good creating. It doesn't feel good anymore. And as soon as I got the stylus on the screen and I was just like, started touching it with that, I'm like, yes, this is it, we're back. I'm not gonna go over everything that I did in the Maker mode again and get my big experience with that because that's a long video, but a couple of quick takeaways that kind of stuck with me here. First of all is that I kind of forgot what you could even shake. Like you can just pick up stuff and shake them into different stuff, but I just forgot what you can even do that with. So I'm glad that the new Mario Maker 2 is seemingly getting rid of that by having the big wheels and by having like quick access things that you can kind of, as you're placing something down, quickly change it to a parachute or something like that. That seems to be much better than whatever this is, where I'm like, okay, can I shake a one-up mushroom? No, I can't. Also, the fly mini game that you get for shaking a muncher, that's cool. I hope that makes it back over, and I've heard a lot of people talking about that, but I still suck at it. So I'm really, really bad at this game, so personally, I don't care. But for everyone else out there, I hope it comes. So after messing around in the Maker mode for a little bit, I jumped back into, not the 100-man Mario, because, you know, I can only deal with so many train wrecks in one day, or two. But I jumped into the not the create mode, the play mode, the course mode. Of course. I'm great. So in the course mode, of course, the joke only works once, Eric. Of course, you can find some really good levels, and I did. I found some really cool, fun levels to play through and give a go. But I do remember there being problems with this. In other words, like, obviously the search functionality is all locked behind a mobile app or mobile sites or just a website, and also that this stuff doesn't refresh often enough or get like all the stuff that's at the top just always seems to be at the top. I do remember that kind of, so just having a quick dive into experience now, it seems really good, but I remember there being problems with that. Now that I've had time to relive my flashbacks to this experience, I want to go over some of the stuff that we can take away from this and that I hope they choose to address in the next Mario Maker. And I think the biggest one is one that they will definitely do, that we have no guarantee, and that's the wait times. That's just the thing that stood out to me the most. It's just playing this, just the wait times. Everything felt like I had a wait to it. It was just starting a level, wait. End of a level, wait. Moving between levels, wait. Checking through your menus, wait. Booting up the game, wait. Everything in this game was wait. And so that's something that they can really speed up with this. The search tools and the featured levels and all that stuff that's in the course menu, that really needs to be improved. I don't feel like I should spend too much time just going on, let's do this and this and this to it. But honestly, like, the thing that needs the biggest overhaul to me is the 100-man Mario. Because it just throws you into some random, crazy, fun levels and you don't have to like sift through them yourself. But it's not a fun experience when most of the levels are just bad. Like, no offense to those people who make these bad levels, but your levels are bad. I'm like, let's not sugarcoat it here. Let's just slap cream all over it and, wow. Let's just call a rooster and a bad level and fix this because it needs fixing. It's not good. But I don't really know how you fix that without like, without just saying you have a bad level. So I appreciate that you put time and effort into making whatever this is, but that's a bad level. I love that your 4-year-old is so playful with the Bowsers, but he needs to back off with the Bowsers. Obviously the menus all look really nice, but they need an update. It doesn't quite work anymore. And to tell the truth, I found it rather confusing sometimes of just judging where to go. So I think they could do with an update. And I'm sure there's plenty more fixes that I could go over, but I don't want to take them all. I want you guys to let me know some things that you think that they can improve on or think that should definitely even just be added to the new game. I'd love to hear what you guys think before I snap up all the negativity in the room. It really wasn't meant to be a negative video, it just kind of turned out that way. Because I thought I was going to have a lot more fun playing this in the first place. And I did have fun. Should mention that. I did have a lot of fun. It just has some problems. I guess that's going to do it for today. So if you got to the end here and you liked what happened and you want to see more of this, remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and for great Nintendo entertainment, remember, you can count on me. For today's end screen, we're going to quickly mention that Nat has gone on a cruise, so I'm home alone at the moment and it's kind of sad. You guys are going to keep me company though, right? Yeah, I just wanted to mention that because, I don't know, that's all that's on my mind at the moment is that I'm home alone and sad and alone. I'm not sad, I'm actually happy. I'm a happy guy. Happy times. Don't cry, don't cry. Goodbye.